record this. Okay, that's great. So I'll keep my eye on the Facebook group, and if anybody has any questions, then we can pick them up and answer them there. Okay, so quantum holographic echo healing. All right. So is there a reason why you want to have the session, or do you just want to see what comes up?
I'm kind of feeling like low on energy and things like that, and just kind of like a heaviness, but I do want to just kind of go with the flow and see what comes up for me.
So before so always I connect to you before I meet with you online, just to see what I can pick up. So I do my own kind of connection there. And one of the things that I did pick up on is that, and you have to just tell me if this is true or not, is that you are you getting a little bit, are you delving more and more into your spiritual sense and your kind of, own spiritual development at the minute?
Yes, trying to.
Yeah, because what I'm sensing is that like the spirit world, like really, but you're getting a bit frightened by it. Are lots of weird things happening for you at the minute?
Um, I don't, just synchronicities, things like that. People
Nothing.
people contacting me, like say I've been having some sort of like train of thought in myself, and then someone will contact me regarding that thing that I've been overthinking.
Yeah. And are you so it might not be that's fine, that relates, but I also kind of saw you kind of getting a bit weirded out by it, because you know that you can tap into a certain degree of it, which for you is quite big. And there's almost like, I don't want to go there, kind of open the box and then shut the box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has something happened?
Not anything specific, no, just that kind of dipping my toe and then, oh no.
Yeah. And what brings you back? What pulls you back from that?
An element of fear at what might happen.
Yeah. That's the biggest message that I got before it went straight there and took me to you opening the box, seeing what's there, the possibilities of what can happen, and shutting it again. Um, and I feel like if it hasn't happened, maybe it's happened, I don't know, but you can see the type of weird stuff that can go on when you do open yourself up to the spirit world, and you're like, shut yourself off a bit from it.
Mm-hmm.
So the message kind of is to look at that, because I get a massive feeling around your potential to tap into spirit, to see spirit, to speak to spirit, just to have spirit with you as plain as day, as you would be sat having a cup of tea with a neighbour.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's how strong I feel it is with you, with your ability. It's just a case of opening the lid in the right setting and having the right support network around you to help you with that.
Yeah.
Because I do think the potential is really big for you. Are you involved in any groups?
No, nothing.
Okay, so yeah, I can imagine it is quite frightening. Is it what you want to do?
Yes.
It is. So tell me what it is exactly that you want to do.
That's another area where I'm all over the place. I can't, like, I'll be like, oh, and then I'll be like, oh, and then I'll be like, oh, but everything. Oh, I don't know. Like that.
I know that feeling as well. In an ideal world, Or what would you like to start to do next?
I really don't know. That's been the question that I've been kind of trying to focus on in the past day or so, like thinking I really need to get my focus on what I'm actually gonna do, because I'm all over the place.
Well, there's nothing saying that you have to do anything. What would you like to do?
Oh, I don't know. I know I just want to work, like have my own business. I want to help people. I want to be spiritual and help other people on their journey. That's as much as I know, definitely.
And that's a good place to start. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good place to start. So I did a bit of a little spread for you, just like a 4-pillar spread, just to see what's going on for you. And they got the U card in the middle, which is the Tower card. So that can be like things dismantling, breaking down to be rebuilt. But I actually felt that this was more maybe of the insights that you've been getting lately. Do you feel you've been getting some insights and downloads? I know you mentioned synchronicity. Is there anything else you feel like you've been aware of?
Nothing that's coming to mind just now, probably because I'm nervous.
Yeah, well, don't be nervous. It's only me. You know me. And see, it's a funny card that I've got for you as well, because I'm using the archetype cards. No, I just feel that this whole reading relates to you opening up to your spiritual self, you fully kind of letting go and letting that in, because there's a part of you that kind of judges yourself really quite heavily. And instead of relaxing and letting go and having fun with the energy and the possibilities, you treat yourself like, I think you should be a certain way. And this card might kind of help you check in with that. So I
Yeah.
think you need to be holier than thou, perfect, in control, and have this kind of thing air about you where you're fully kind of in control type of thing. But that's just not the reality of how we get into this and progress through it. What does that card mean to you?
I don't know. It's just kind of that. I don't know, that kind of religious, idealistic kind of figure, isn't it?
Yeah. And how would that be getting in your way or representing you at the minute?
Well, that would kind of be like I was brought up with that kind of thing, so I have that contradiction in my head.
Yeah, that makes sense then. All right, yeah, okay, that makes sense. But with that card, it's kind of saying that's coming crashing down, really. Would that make sense? Mm. And then in the let's have a look. In your physical, it's actually really good. So your physical sphere, your environment, maybe how you feel in your body, that's actually really, really good. There's a nice blend of energies. Probably you've gone within, you've done a bit of soul searching, and it's actually been quite healing for you. In your emotional self, this is where the upside down, topsy-turviness is coming from, is from the emotions. You don't know which way to go next. And you feel like a child in a war zone with probably your thoughts and your emotions and life. your mind, your mental thoughts. Have you recently been thinking of changing the way that you look after yourself?
That's been a journey I've been on for a while, but then stuff happened last year that's kind of thrown me. So it's like just trying to get back on track.
Yes, and there is a getting back on track, and it can be related to food. It can just be related to what you're putting in your body, but there is like a new beginning with that. So whatever's been happening is about to kind of, I feel, end, and you're going to take control of that. Spiritually, yeah, you've got the Lover's card turned upside down, so you know it's, and I know obviously your story, so that can relate to that, but what that's doing for you is it's bringing up a lot of childhood fears and a lot of childhood memories.
Yeah, it's kind of triggered all my traumas.
Yeah, that you're trying to escape, but you just feel like you're running on this hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes sense. You know, that makes sense why I've got this big feeling around you have these huge psychic this spiritual connection, huge, but there's a fear attached to it. And I totally get if you said you've been brought up with a religious background, and childhood traumas are being triggered at the minute in your spiritual quadrant. Yeah, who can you know, who's got your back if you need someone to talk to when things might start to go a little bit weird and you feel a little bit out of your depth with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see what the quantum scan brings up. Anything you want to say on that?
No, just pretty much spot on.
Good. Hi, Paula. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments. So this is quantum holographic echo healing. So now we're going to use the pendulum. So Kerry's trained in quantum holographic echo healing. So if you want to have a session, just reach out to her. In fact, we've got lots of therapists now who do quantum holographic echo healing, and we have a training course coming up soon. So I've already done my pre-checks. I've already checked that I'm in good energy balance. Just going to grab a drink of water. So, you know, the importance of staying hydrated. And I'm just going to run through some pre-checks. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the life domain. So this is the area of your life that's either being affected or needs attention. So it's saying yes to career. So career is being highlighted to you. Okay, so let's see. It's just going to tell us a story now. Now we're going to see where we're working first with you, if we're working in chakras, core issue, or belief, physical symptoms. So we're going to just see which one. So where are you working first? Is it chakras, core belief? It's core belief, core issue and belief. Okay, so let's see what this is a core issue relating to. So it's, oh yeah, lo and behold, it's a core issue of trust. Let's see what the belief is around that. Okay, so it is, I always feel confused. That's coming up, and that's pretty much what you said before, wasn't it? So, does that resonate with you?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so it's taken us to a timeline with this. So let's see what that's got to say. Okay, so it's taken me to an emotionally unavailable parent.
Yeah.
What else you might need to know? No, so there's nothing else we need to know. Okay. All right. Okay, so what we're working with for this session is the area of career is being highlighted. So that's where you probably need to focus, or it's being interrupted. And the reason it's being interrupted is there is a core issue around trust and the core belief that you formed from an emotional unavailable parent is I always feel confused. So how do you relate all of that together?
Both my parents were very emotionalist.
Yeah.
So there was I felt, I suppose, as a child that I was quite an emotional being. I wanted to express it,
Yeah.
but so I always had that kind of, oh well, you don't see it, you don't show it. So therefore, that's probably where I get the confusion about that. Then relates to everything.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. So you basically saying you didn't ever get the confirmation from your parents that it's okay to feel the way that you do.
Yes.
And how does not knowing how to feel get in the way now of you deciding what you want?
Because I don't trust my feeling.
So you don't trust your feelings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that instinct that, right, that's it. Or I'll go, oh, that's it. But then the other side will be like, oh, maybe not. So it's that would be that.
That other side, who do you think that belongs to? That's that voice that kicks in after your instincts come in, and there's a secondary thought that contradicts your instinctual thought. Who does that voice belong to?
Well, it'll be like either one of my parents, it's a parental figure that tells me not to trust my instinct.
Okay. So just imagine that you did trust your instincts and you woke up tomorrow morning fully in tune with who you are and what you want, in control of that aspect of your life, totally in control of that aspect of your life, knowing that even if a secondary voice does come in, you can compartmentalize it because you know that voice doesn't actually belong to you.
Yeah.
And you can decide, is that good information? Is that good advice or not?
Yeah.
So we can always have these voices in our head. They'll always come in and ask us, are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the right thing? What if, what if, what if? Those voices are always going to be there. But what if you instinctively knew how to act upon your intuition? What would you do tomorrow differently than what you do today?
I'd probably be more productive with what I actually need to do. Like I've got a course sitting there that I want to open the laptop and just start doing. So I would probably do that.
Okay. So tomorrow, being fully in control of your own actions and deciding what to do, that's the thing that you would do. You would open your laptop and you would crack on with the course.
Yeah, because that's what I've been putting off.
And how does that feel?
It feels good to be moving along those lines and just realizing that that's just, well, I knew it was just a voice. But you know, just being able to go, that's that, come on now.
Yeah, because that was then and this is now.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just see what healing is going to be best for you for this. So I'm just going to see if there's anything else we need to work on. I'm just going to look at the needs chart to see what you need. And that when you say see what you need, it's normally what you need to give to yourself or go and do. Yeah. Okay, so it's compassion. Okay, so there's a need for compassion. For me, there's a need for that compassion towards the self. So that quite religious looking card where it's very stern and critical and judging, I think that's how you are looking at yourself.
Yes.
So if you could be more compassionate in the way that you're viewing yourself, treating yourself, talking to yourself, taking action on your own life with a more compassionate view, just see how that feels, even if you just try it for a day.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go into, is there anything else we need to know? Okay, so now it's taken us to physical symptoms. So let's have a little look at this. I need to get these page numbers done. Pain in the bum. All right. This So the throat's coming up, creativity and expression. So sometimes it can mean physical symptoms in the throat, or it's just letting us know that it wants to tell us the story about creativity and expression. So you nodded your head when I said that.
It's always the throat that comes up for me.
Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough. Let's see if there's anything else we need to know. Is there anything else we need to know? No. Okay, can we move on to healing? So should we need to know another need? Taking me to a timeline now. Timeline we need to work over here. Absent mother. Does that, can you relate that with the creativity and expression in the throat?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. See if there's anything else we need to know. So it's giving you an affirmation for the healing. So it's about intuition. So let's see which one it is. So on this page. I know how to trust my intuition and my inner guidance system. As I make my decisions, I know all will be well.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just see how often you need to say this affirmation for. So how often does she need to say it for? Is it more than 7 days? More than 14? So 10 days. Say it as often as you can for 10 days and I'll send it to you in Messenger. But it's, I know how to trust my intuition and my inner guidance system. As I make my decisions, I know all will be well.
Okay.
So that's quite an apt affirmation for you to get, really, especially with the way that you're feeling about making your own decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just check in and just see if there's anything else that we need to know. Okay, so it's taking us to another belief. So it's another belief around trust. So I will always fail. Is that another one you recognize? So that need for compassion is so desperately needed, because that's the one thing that will turn this whole thing around, is you living a more compassionate life. Okay, so this is your own stuff. So I've asked it, is this the client's own stuff? And this is your stuff, this one. So this, I will always fail, trust. This is your stuff that you're choosing to be on that pathway with, you know. So you can choose to snap out of that pathway, choose another path. Taking us to physical symptoms again. So we've got skin, suppressed feelings and boundary issues.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see what this wants to tell us. So another core issue attached to this. And it's in boundaries, okay? So there's a core issue of boundaries. Let's see what the belief is around it. Does this resonate with you at all?
Yeah.
So let's see what it says. And I've got a core belief of people are stupid.
Okay.
Does that resonate with you?
Probably a little bit.
It's all right to own it, girl. We've all got them. Okay, so I love it. That's definitely something that would come up for me. Is there anything else we need to know? No. Okay. No need. Treatment. Okay, so we're going to do a spiritual treatment now. And don't forget, we've got that affirmation as well. So just going over what's come up. So trust is the massive thing. And it is affecting it's going to affect all areas of your life, but the area it's taken us to is career. And that's what you kind of started this session off with saying, you're so confused, you don't know what to do. So beliefs that have come up are around trust. The core issue is trust. The belief is I always feel confused. It's related to an emotionally unavailable parent. There was something came up around a need of compassion. Now you're responsible for the way that you live your life. You're responsible for the emotions that you produce and the self-talk that you allow into your head. But there's a complete need for compassion, and it will change your life if you decide that that's what you want to do, or stay as you are. It's your choice, no judgment. But also creativity and expression came up in the throat, which is connected in somehow shape or form to absent mother. Then it took us again to trust, and a core issue, I will always fail. There were suppressed feelings and boundary issues, and a core belief that people are stupid. and, and we had a gorgeous affirmation as well about making decisions, which I'll send to you to say for 10 days as often as you can.
Yeah.
So spiritual treatment, I haven't done this for a while, is tapping release. So I'm going to ask you just to, when we brought everything up that I've just kind of summarized, if you were to, look at that and grade it as on an emotional intensity scale, 10 being the most intense, like it resonates with you and it brings things up, 10 being the most intense, 0, you're not bothered, it doesn't resonate with you at all. What would the intensity be around it?
A 10, probably, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to set up a tapping sequence. Oh, this is perfect for you, actually. I'm just going to read it quickly because I haven't done it for a while. This is perfect for you. Perfect for you. Okay, I can see why it came up now. Right, so we've got a 10. So you know tapping, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but you'll be skillful at this when you finish the course. So I'll go through the tapping points quickly. So it's side of the hand, corners of the eyes, other corners, under the nose, under the lip, collarbone, bra strap, top of head. I'll do it with you anyway. So we're just going to set the round up and we'll just tap on our karate chop on the hand. So even though, you repeat after me, even though I have all these issues with trust.
Even though I have all these issues with trust.
I completely and utterly love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have all these emotions, suppressed feelings and boundary issues, feelings that I will fail, that I always feel confused, that people are stupid, I can't trust anyone, I can't trust anyone. I've never been able to trust anyone. And when I do let go and trust, it fails. I completely
Didn't catch that.
I completely
and
utterly
love
and accept myself anyway. Okay, so just take a nice deep breath in. So tell me what emotions are coming up for you now.
I've got a little bit upset.
Mm-hmm.
Feel that kind of emotion when I'm doing the tapping here and saying that I do feel a slight releasing it already.
So what I'm feeling around that is there's a lot of emotion wrapped up in feeling hopeless. Like, what's the point? I've trusted before and it's just a waste of time. Like, I've done it and you proved to me. What's the point? So there's a sense of like hopelessness that came up for me doing that, which is why I said what I said, because it's important to name everything that we suppress. So suppressed feelings and boundary issues has come up. If we suppress anything, it just hides in our body because it's a molecule of emotion and it finds a place to hide. It can be in our skin, but sometimes the skin represents what we see back reflected to us, and if we like it or not, we can have that, but it can also, I don't know what, but it's there anyway. So let's just keep on tapping around what's coming up, because the more you release this stuff, you're actually taking control of your life and your own feelings. That's so empowering. At some point, Kerry, I'm going to hand it over to you to say what you feel inside. I can see your eyes going, oh my God, you're not doing this to me. It's so powerful when the client takes over and says, because I'm just, in some level, I'm just presuming and assuming, thinking I know. I don't know anything. You know exactly what you need. So at some point, I'm just going to give you the nod and you're going to say it and I'll tap with you and say it, okay?
Okay.
So even
though
I've done trust before.
I've done trust before.
So many times before. I've let myself go. And it's just failed every time. What's the point in me trying again now? It's too hard and it's too late. Just don't see the point in any of this. And I think this tapping's fucking stupid.
This tapping's fucking stupid.
But I'm going to give it a go anyway. Why not?
And why not?
Yeah, I might as well. There's something still inside me that wants to give it a go. I'm not giving up on myself yet. I'm worth more than this. And I'm prepared to give myself what I need. Okay, so take a nice deep breath. Well done. So just check in with yourself now. Just check in with how you feel, what's coming up for you.
I'm getting that kind of don't know, that kind of warm, bubbly kind of feeling, like the times where I have been decisive and done something and gone for it. I'm getting that kind of, ooh.
I can do this.
Yeah.
I don't know what made me make that switch, because I didn't know that I was going to go and say what I said then, but it felt good, and it almost felt like you haven't given up on yourself yet, even though you're close to. You haven't.
Yeah. I mean, what you're saying is exactly what goes through my head. And then I have that other argument of, no, you can do this, but it's just a lot quieter than it used to be.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a, and of because of what you've been through, there's a sense of, and what I know about you, well, what's the point in all of this? But you have felt that way, but you haven't completely sunk into that feeling and completely let go. There's still a spark in you that wants to resurrect yourself and become the person that you want to be. So
Yeah.
that's definitely still there. So let's just see. Just let me just check in with something. Just gonna just see something a sec. Okay, so just another need that was coming up, and the need is understanding. So I think if we tie that in with compassion and understanding, because when you look at that card that you got, that first card with the nun and everything like that, and compassion and understanding, because there's a level I feel that you're so hard on yourself. Like, is there any part of you that allows yourself compassion and understanding? No.
Yeah. No, I've definitely been hard on myself and very judgmental of myself.
Yeah.
A lot more recently. So.
Okay. So compassion and understanding is the brew that you want to be drinking every day. But there's a part of me that feels that there's it's about, do you allow yourself to, like, how are you going to allow yourself to be compassionate and understanding to yourself? What needs to change in order for you to allow and accept compassion and understanding into your life, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your actions?
I can only think of like when I've got that self-talk going on in my head, to be more, to realise that that's what I'm doing, and not to actually then beat myself up about doing that and then beat myself up for beating myself up. And do you know what I mean? Because that's where it goes with me. So just be like, come on, Kerry.
It's okay. My brain is having a fart, and it's okay. Okay. Yeah, I need to sort this book out. Okay. All right. Let's just do one more round of tapping. Now, this is empowerment tapping. Okay, so as I clear my chakra and energy field now,
I clear my chakra and energy field now.
I make space.
I make space
For more love.
For more love.
Compassion and joy.
Compassion and joy.
To fill up my mind.
To fill up my mind.
Body, heart and soul.
Body, heart and soul.
As my whole body.
As my whole body.
Fills with this loving vibration.
Fills with this loving vibration.
I am returned.
I am returned.
To my true and natural state.
To my true and natural state.
Of balance and harmony.
Balance and harmony.
Restoring me to my natural state.
Restoring me to my natural state.
Of balance and harmony now.
Of balance and harmony now.
Through all space and time.
Through all space and time.
Through all generations, past, present and future.
Through all generations, past, present and future.
And then just go back to the collarbone. Forgiving and releasing.
Forgiving and releasing.
Any wrong thinking on their part and mine.
Any wrong thinking on their part and mine.
Forgiving and releasing.
Forgiving and releasing.
Any wrong action.
Any wrong action.
On their part and mine.
On their part and mine.
And just go to the top of the head, the crown chakra, replacing any negative emotions. 1 second.
Any negative emotions.
With how it feels to be truly compassionate.
With how it feels to be truly compassionate.
And understanding.
And understanding.
And it is so.
And it is so.
And take a nice deep breath in. And just let that energy just soak all the way through your body. And just check in with yourself now and just notice how you feel.
Lighter.
Good. Good. Okay, so that brought up some good stuff for you. So the main takeaway, okay, so let me ask you, what's the main takeaway for you?
To be more compassionate, basically, I think is the biggest thing.
Okay, so you're going to wake up tomorrow.
Yes.
You're going to feel compassionate and understanding and in control.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to start on my course.
And if you don't, what are you going to do?
It's okay. I was going to say beat myself up. No, I'll be okay with it. Yeah.
Good. I'm going to send you that gorgeous affirmation for you to use because that will help you as well. So just be singing that around the house. for as often as you can. So I'll send it to you now, love. Okay.
Perfect.
Nice to see you, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Okay, thank
Take
you.
care. Bye, love. Bye.